Hey guys, this is my first video profile. I got asked to do it on one of the forums I'm on. This deck went undefeated at my locals, which happens to be one of the popular ones in London. 5 rounds of Swiss and top cut. Most games went 2-1, some went 2-0, but literally didn't lose any. So here we go. So we start off with 3 Yamato. It's pretty much the main cards you run in the deck. You always run 3. It's the Searcher, it's one of the main cards, everything the deck revolves around. So anything less than 3, and honestly you're a bit stupid. After that I run 2 Mikazushi. When Legacy comes out I might drop this down to 1, but at the moment it runs well with Yamato. It special summons when Yamato is destroyed, or when it itself is destroyed, or when it exceeds. And during the end phase it searches for a Bujin spell trap, so it's pretty handy on that. Then we run 3 Crane. It's pretty much the honest of the deck. You kind of want to run 3 because it's, like I said, it's honest. You're running 4 honest in the deck essentially, so it's pretty much self-explanatory. Then we run 2 Quillim. It's pretty much just a popper, so it's again pretty much self-explanatory. 2 Turtle, negates anything that targets a Bujin, self-explanatory. I run 2 Centipede, pops spell traps. I run 2 MST, which I'll show you later. Kinda helps getting rid of problem back row, so it's a bit essential. People say stuff about this. I run 1 Crow. I kind of side the other one in. It helps wonderfully against Dragon Rulers when they go Colossal Fighter. You drop that. Colossal Fighter doesn't. You take 14 and Colossal Fighter is no longer a problem because they're not going to be constantly running over stuff when you drop Crane. I run 2 Veiler, handy against the rogue decks and sometimes Big Eye. I run 2 Maxi. Like I said, I go up against quite heavy special summon decks, so it gets the extra draw power off. And there's 1 honest. Spells or traps. I should probably admit this is actually a 42 card deck, but it runs one Bujin Carnation. Mikazushi searches for it, and with the new support like with Centipede you're going to be banishing a couple of extra monsters, so it gets the monsters out again. 2 Tenki, self-explanatory, searches Yamato or Mikazushi. I run 2 MST, which you'll notice one is misprinted, which I was actually pretty cool about. It's 2 MST. 2 Duality. Used to run 3, but then when Mikazushi come out I dropped it to 2. It's searches, it gets the little extra thing. It's not like you're going to be special summoning much, so it's kind of a necessity. 2 Kaiser Colosseum. Again, it's what Bujins do. You kind of lock down the opponent's summoning. With this, like with Yamato on the field, and you've got Mikazushi and Crane in hand, they're pretty much not going to be able to get an extra monster on the field. 2 Lance, because Hair isn't out yet, so if you're attacking, you go into Mirror Force and you drop Crane, you're still going to be getting over 3. You're still going to be attacking with 3/6 or 3/8, depending on who you're attacking with. Dark Hole and Book of Moon, just to get rid of problem situations. So traps, I run 2 Regalia. It's handy with you're going with Crane and they're attacking and you've got nothing in hand. You just go with this. They're dedicated to the attack, so you activate this, you grab Crane from hand, or at one point you're banishing Turtle. You can activate this in the same chain to get Turtle back into the graveyard. Or if you go first turn, they somehow warning you Yamato or Mikazushi, you can play this and get it straight back into your hand. 2 Vanities, again with Kaiser Colosseum, it's kind of a lockdown deck, so you're not going to be special summoning much yourself, and you don't want your opponent special summoning, especially if it's Dragon Rulers. You don't want them getting anything out. I run 2 Mirror Force. It's pretty handy at the moment. No one seems to be running Starlight Road, and with decks that swarm like Blackwings and Dragon Rulers or Infernities, it can be very helpful. Torrential, Bottomless and Solemn Warning, they're all kind of self-explanatory. They're all summon traps, especially like I said, if they're swarming, torrential's helpful. Bottomless is helpful with return from a different dimension and stuff at special summons like Rescue Rabbit if you're going against evil swarms, and Warning is again pretty much self-explanatory. Extra deck, I run 2 Susans, or whatever you call them. Like to call them Susanos, just because of Naruto. They all seem to be going after a Naruto theme, especially with Tsukiyomi coming out. It is such a good card. The fact that it can attack all your monsters once, it's a Foolish Burial or a Rotor for Bujins, and it's 24 with Crane, you're getting an instant 4/8 beat stick. I run 2 Kazukuchi. It's a bit harder to pull off than Susanoo because it requires 2 level 4 Beast Warriors, but with Arasuda coming out it will get used a lot more. It's got destruction prevention and you're milling stuff into the graveyard, and like I said with Susanoo, you crane this, you get an instant 5k attack, and it's pretty much impossible to get over with 1 attack. And then for random stuff, I've got Leviathan Chain just to ditch stuff into grave, Gemlight Pearl for stuff that's a bit tricky to get over, Paracooperative for defense positions or even when Ghost Tricks, Crazy Box just because if Dragon Rulers will like to use Skill Drain, it's a 3000 beat stick, Starliege because you're running lights, and Mega because again you're running lights and it's a lance, Dweller just shut down your grave, Direwolf because you could have Kazukuchi on the field, you can target that, you're getting a free pop, Maestroke, Cowboy and Black Ship of Corn, which has now become illegal over here. Maestroke is kind of a necessity, Cowboy because it's burn, and Black Ship of Corn just because it sends and not destroys. It gets rid of troublesome cards like the Maestroke, like Zen Mains and stuff that isn't destroyed. So anyway, I hope you guys like. I'll be posting this up on the forum like I said earlier, and cheers for watching.